Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Alecia Lott and my channel is for those of you who want to have a journaling routine that is messy, minimalist, and low budget. And for those of you who want to use journaling for mental health and growth and feelings and stuff. Before we get into making our weekly spreads and our bullet journals this week, something I wanted you to think about maybe and perhaps explore in your journal is, are you worrying about other people's worries? I am a huge lurking fan of Nedra Glover Tawwab, who is the author of Set Boundaries, Find Peace, a guide to reclaiming yourself. It helps you speak up for yourself and helps you navigate more toxic behavior in relationships. And I recently subscribed to her newsletter, which I also highly recommend. And in the newsletter this week, she talks about the concept of keeping yourself to yourself, which is actually a line from Stephen King's book on writing. Keeping yourself to yourself is just when you don't share a lot of information about yourself that may be useful or interesting to other people. I am the absolute queen of doing that. I truly, I really have to force myself to share things during conversation. And if someone asks me how I'm doing, I'll say, I'm okay or I'm fine, just because I don't want to go into any sort of detail about myself. Part of it is not wanting to give too much information, just because I know that if I'm feeling really passionate about something like journaling, I might end up going on and on about it, and I don't want to torture the other person. I also never want to seem as though I'm conceited or that I'm really bragging about my life. I'm okay with sharing good news, but I find it sometimes I find myself just trying to really minimize, just say, oh yeah, that's great, but just kind of minimize it in the conversation. But one of the main reasons I keep myself to myself is that I don't like it when people make a big deal over negative or scary things. To me, it always just makes awful things seem bigger. It always gives them more importance than I'm ready to give them. You know what I mean? If there's bad news, I tend to gloss over it, or I just don't mention it until I absolutely have to. And I don't like it when people ask me a million questions, and I don't want that pity feeling. I don't like that at all. And I don't like being the center of attention. In fact, when I was first separated from my ex-husband, I didn't really want to talk to anyone about it for a month. I would just mention it to people, and then I would just quickly say, oh, I'm okay. And then I would just change the subject. But in the newsletter, Ms. Glover Tawwab said something that made a whole lot of sense to me. She said, we can't tell people how to pick their worries. To have good relationships with people, whether it's your friends or whether it's your family or maybe your spouse, you have to be open to sharing the good news and the bad news. So even if that means that it's painful or it's scary to talk about. And when you tell people about your life, when you're having a conversation with someone, it's a two-way street. You can't control that conversation, and you can't manage their emotions or how they're going to react. If they become worried or angry or stressed out over what you told them, that's for them to deal with, not you. You can control when and how you say things, and you have to trust that they're going to react in a way that is supportive and it's not going to draw too much attention to the problem. Or it does draw attention if that's what you're into, if that's what you want. And that is the part that is uncomfortable. But for you, it's also taking time and energy away from dealing with the issue if you don't talk about it. You're just sitting there thinking about it and going, oh, what's that person going to say? How are they going to react? Are they going to be angry? Are they going to be upset? Are they going to worry? And that's not for you to think about. That's none of your business. At the end of the newsletter, there was a journaling question, but I hope that you'll read the newsletter to find out what that is, because I don't want to give a spoiler. But if you have news that you don't want to share with someone because you're afraid of their reaction, here are some more questions to think about. All right, I gotta move my light. I'm losing light? No. When I tell my news to this person, how might they react? What reaction am I most afraid of, and why? Was there ever a time when this person surprised me with their behavior? How can I be sure of how they'll respond? What if the person didn't react in any way at all and just ignored what I said? How would that make me feel? So those are just some journaling questions that you can use in your journal, and maybe they will inspire some thoughts and give you more courage to share your life with people around you and not worry so much about what they're going to think or how they're going to react. I can't control your reactions to my videos, but I'd love to hear what they are. So please leave me a like or share a comment. But you didn't want to hear all that. First, I'm going to give you our quote of the week, which is also Nedra Glover Tawwab. This is her week. Focusing on how others respond is one way we ruminate, which impacts our ability to act. Okay, let's get on with our weekly spread. And welcome to the week of June 9th through the 15th. And first thing I do, I make my habit tracker. These are the habits that I wish to keep track of on a daily basis. Since I made the list shorter, surprisingly enough, I've had more success with getting all of my X's for the day, so that makes me feel good. Over the past few weeks, I have been trying to focus more on things that are going to lead me toward my goals versus just putting things just for the X, putting things just to make me feel as though I'm doing something when I'm really not. So, feeling good. One thing that I'm adding this week that I've been doing for the past few days now is writing down 10 ideas that I wish to write about or that I think would be good to write about. It's just a way of brainstorming and just thinking of different ideas and also kind of boosting my confidence a little bit. I think every writer at some point has been like, oh, well, I don't have anything to write about. My brain's just empty. Look at this blank page, blah, blah, blah. I think just writing 10 ideas down every day kind of shows you like, hey, yes, there is something up there in your brain. And it shows you there are ideas everywhere, and all you have to do is just harness them and put them on paper somehow and just hold on to them. So that is the goal. So right now I have this journal, and now I have this journal as well. And this is just, I don't want to show you my ideas. I don't want you stealing my ideas. But this is just, here, I'll show you a blank page. But yeah, this is a notebook that I have had for years. It goes through cycles. Like I think I had recipes in here at one point and I ripped those out. And then I had like Spanish vocabulary in here and I ripped that out. And now it's my idea book. Initially, I did want to have everything in one place. And now my bullet journal has focused more on getting my tasks, getting my goals and things in order, and making sure I'm staying on track for the week. And then also writing, just doing my nightly kind of, just summary of the day. Then if I want to, just explore feelings and stuff and just get everything out onto paper and just have a bigger space to work with. Then I have this guy as well, and yeah, so he's heavier, he's bigger, but yeah, I don't use this for planning at all. This is just strictly for whatever the heck comes in my brain. So yeah, it's interesting, I guess, to see, or for me, it's been interesting to see how things have evolved. But yeah, in any case, this is what I do for the week. I got my 10 ideas, and then I write 500 words every day, and it's going okay. Sometimes it is like 515 words, 527 words. I don't think I've ever done exactly 500. And then, yeah, just other stuff that keeps my day flowing, more or less. And these are my weekly tasks. I have writing tasks up here, and then I have all my YouTube stuff. I really try to stick to a schedule with the YouTube. Video is going to be on YouTube, ready to go at 6 p.m. and then you see it Sunday morning. It's magic. Okay, and then next I put my goals for the second quarter of 2024, which is almost over. And I am a little slightly behind in the social being out there, being social, which doesn't surprise me at all. I've attended one event. There were a couple others that I either canceled on my part and just said, okay, I don't want to go to this thing. There was only one that where they canceled, and it was a paid event, so they refunded my money. So I need to figure out where the heck I'm going. And within the next 3 weeks left of this month, I need to go out and be social. And now it's time to do my intention for the week, and that is something that I read aloud every day along with my goals, although my goals page got a little messed up for this quarter. That's all right. I still read these two goals aloud. But yes, I like to, just take a moment, think about so it's nice. I have my goals that are for the whole quarter, and then the intention is just kind of my goal, my vision for the week. And I read that, feeling good. I'm definitely sticking to the theme this week, so this is my intention. I intend to have a beautiful week in which I focus on being open and honest about what I am feeling and what is worrying me. I know that keeping my worries bottled up inside is not healthy for me and doesn't do much or anything to strengthen relationships with other people. My life, though not always the most exciting, does have value and interest. And if people are unable to handle the things I tell them, that is not something I should stress about. That is my weekly spread. As always, I am so thankful that you are here. I am happy that you found my channel, and I hope that you will leave me a like if you like the video, no pressure. And also, if you have something you'd like to say, something you'd like to share, please leave me a comment down below as well. And I give you the upside down wave goodbye.